Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show. The Global Citizens Forum is right around the corner and it's the biggest one yet. From inspirational talks, sunrise yoga and guest appearances from the likes of Eddie Stern and none other than Deepak Chopra. Today we're joined by the Global Citizen Forum CEO, Yordanova, to tell us more. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and I'm very excited to be speaking to both of you today and your audience about the forum.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming in. So before we get started, can you just give us a brief overview as to what the forum is all about?
Sure. So the Global Citizen Forum is a Canadian non-profit organization, actually. Running events is one part of the work that we do. Our main topic, I would say, is global citizenship and the belief that we exist in a world which is interconnected and we need to act accordingly. And that goes on an individual level, human level, but also institutional level, governance, and so on. So we aim to bridge dialogue with action on these topics. We work around 5 pillars. Governance, migration is a very big topic for us, sustainability, technology, and culture, because we can't really call ourselves global citizens unless we share the same values and beliefs. So we do a lot of work around that, and I'm very excited to be part of this organization for actually quite some time now.
Amazing. And to summarize, we see every year I hear about the Global Citizen Forum, and there's always huge guests going. But if you have these 5 key pillars, how do you condense that into one event?
Well, it's challenging, but we manage. It's a 2-day summit, so throughout both of the days, we have all of the conversations that take place, and the experiences are usually channeled through one of the pillars. So we would have speakers representing each one of these kind of realms, so to speak. And then the common denominator is always global citizenship. So what needs to happen, let's say, on a governance level, or what needs to happen on migration level or technology? How is it enhancing global citizenship? And where do we stand today? What have we done right? Because I think that's very important. And nowadays we don't really talk about that enough. And a lot of things are going in the right direction, but also we still have a lot of work to do. So we try to cover all of this, and I hope that we manage.
That's so cool. Like, it's nice to hear about the different conversations that will be had, but there's also a lot of activities, like you were saying, sunrise yoga. What can attendees expect in terms of activities?
So I'm really excited about this forum this summit in particular, because we've taken a very different approach to our mission this year. And we have kind of reformatted the entire experience. So up until now, we've always hosted kind of conference-based model. And this year, we're doing something like a hybrid between conference and retreat. And we've been running the forum for almost 10 years now. And every year we talk about all the things I mentioned. This year, for the first time, we want to see how global citizenship is advancing from a human perspective. And that's why the theme of the event is human metamorphosis. We believe that people were changing. And we believe that a lot of events are contributing for that. But we see it in a positive way. We think people are changing their ways, changing the way they act, the way they make decisions, the way they make choices, and we want to explore that. And we think that this is actually the way we're going to solve most of the issues we're facing today. So this event is more about experiences. It's a lot less about conversations and panel discussions and keynotes, but more about people being part of people experiencing global citizenship rather than just hearing about it,
So this is so previously, was it a ticketed event? Because if you guys are interested, and like we've already mentioned, Eddie Stern, Deepak Chopra will be there as well. People can buy tickets. Has it always been a ticketed event?
Well, yes, actually. We wanted to transition towards a membership model, and we do have both tiers at the moment. But still, for those that are not members of the forum community, they can buy a ticket and hopefully join us as members down the line.
And do tell us about the guest appearances you have coming up, because it's super exciting.
It is very exciting. So you mentioned we have one of our main guests is Deepak Chopra. It's actually part of a larger collaboration with the Chopra Foundation, which is for the first time entering this part of the world and we are co-hosting a small event just before the summit on longevity alongside Deepak and their team, and Eddie Stern as well is part of that. So Deepak Chopra will be doing a sunset meditation by the beach, because this year we have a beach stage, which is also super exciting, and the setting is beautiful. We have hammocks and cushions on the floor and carpets, and it's very, very nice. So he'll do a deep sunset meditation. Then we have one of the founders of Burning Man joining us, Harley Dubois. She'll do a really cool experience of people coming in groups and building something and then burning it by the water. We have Chris Voss, the FBI negotiator. With him, we're going to do actually a role play with the audience where he'll pick out people from the audience and simulate a terrorist negotiation situation.
Wow.
So that would be very cool. And you know, the whole purpose of that is for people to, because he recently launched a documentary called Tactical Empathy. And he talks about negotiations with terrorists always need to be based around empathy to the terrorists, you know, which is very interesting. And I think it applies to our mission a lot, because we need to understand each other for us to move forward. But we don't want him to talk about it. We want people to experience it, you know. So the whole event is built around that. Of course, we have Ricky Martin. He's our guest of honor and our main speaker at the event. We are supporting the Ricky Martin Foundation. We have the Gumbo Rally coming to the Middle East for the first time and stopping in Ras Al Khaimah for 2 days. So it will be, we have a lot of elements and a lot of really cool things going on.
That's so cool. So what you're saying about Chris Voss ties into the human element that you speak on earlier. And you were saying that we have this overall more empathetic and almost spiritual approach as humans now more than ever. Can you talk on why do you think that's happening, and why is now the right time for us to connect in that way?
Well, I think we are evolving, to be very honest with you. And it gives me a huge pleasure to say that, especially in your studio, because for many years we've been talking about issues. Our main topic is the refugee crisis, and that's something that you don't really see being resolved, you know. So yes, governments, international organizations and all that, but we feel that people have shifted the way they behave and the way they perceive their role in the world, really. And it's as a result of crisis. And I think COVID was actually a really big one, because it showed us how interconnected we are, how really one event happening in one part of the world resonates throughout the entire planet. And I think it made the world a smaller place in a way, because we kind of shared this challenge at the same time together. And a lot of people turned towards mindfulness and meditation and yoga and all that. And I think that helps a lot to, you know, to live a life in a different way. And we're excited to see already how this is impacting not only people's lives, but I think the world as a whole. So,
amazing.
So yeah.
Who is the Global Citizen Forum for?
It's for everyone. It's for everyone.
Is there age limits, or it's all good? We can bring the family.
Yeah, everyone is invited, of course. There is no age limit. I think children would love, you know, the sunrise yoga with Eddie Stern, and a lot of the experiences would be super interesting. And I think the earlier you start, you know, the better to have this conversation. Of course, we have a gala dinner, which is happening on the end of the second day. So the event is on the 16th and 17th of November, and the gala dinner is in the evening of the 17th. So that's probably not perfect for children, but we're very excited about the gala dinner. It's a fundraiser. We you know, as an organization, we like to say that we don't want to just talk about problems, we want to act on them. And the gala is one of our main kind of tool where we do that. We have a super exciting lineup of celebrity performers, regional, but also international names. We have Wyclef Jean from the Fugees, Masho Montano, a very famous Caribbean artist. We haven't really announced that yet, but I'll take the opportunity to do it here. We've just confirmed Ashanti coming and performing at the forum. She just released her a new song, which is now #1, I think, in Apple Music. So she'll be performing there. A very exciting performance is also a girl band called For Love, which is the latest project of Red One, the famous music producer, and they'll be performing at the Global Citizen Forum for the first time ever. So we're very excited, and we put this whole show together so that we can raise more funds. That's really the whole purpose of that. And this year we are raising funds for UNHCR. They're our official partner for the gala and the summit. And we're supporting refugee communities in the Middle East, hoping that we raise enough money to be able to support their operations for the upcoming winter. So, that's a big motivation for us to put an amazing event together to make sure that everyone's having a lot of fun and we raise a lot of money.
It literally sounds amazing, and you're crossing the bridge more so than ever into an experiential event. So cool. Guys, that is the CEO of the Global Citizen Forum, Tali Yordanova. If people can get tickets, if they want to buy them right now, where can they jump onto to buy tickets?
They can go to our website, globalcitizenforum.org, and follow the link on the page, and we would be very happy to have everyone join us at the event.
Globalcitizen.org, amazing. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And that is it for us. That is all we have time for in the Lovin Dubai show today. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me too. Thank you.
Bye.